Hi guys, so you want to open a Canva account. I'm so glad that you're here. This is one of my favorite tools that I use every single day for, projects, for my own business, for Entretek, and I'm always using it just to show you guys around. In this video, we're only going to register an account. I already have one registered, so I'll just show you what the form looks like. I'll log in and kind of show you around the site. We're not going to touch on all of the features today. There's going to be more than enough time in the future. You can also ask more about Canva during our one-on-ones if that's in your subscription. On all active memberships, you do have access to the masterminds. The masterminds are Monday through Friday from 4:30 to 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So go ahead and check out the mastermind scheduling link. It'll tell you what day and time we have available for you to register to. Okay, so let's jump in. Right now I am on canva.com. You're probably already on the site or you have the link because you're on this article in the course. So it is canva.com. Let's highlight it real quick so you can read it. It's like a blank Canva. So Canva. All right, so once you go to sign up, it's this big purple button right here. It actually gives you the option to sign up with your Google account. If you choose to sign up with your Google account, if you're signed in already, it'll just throw you right into Canva and take you through the welcome tutorial. If not, you'll just sign into Google, and then, like I said, you're just going to go to that welcome. And you can also sign up with Facebook. That's great. Especially if you're used to using Facebook, it'll just use your same login information. You don't have to really come up with a new password or username. So these might be the quickest options. Or if you have a Yahoo or you just prefer to sign up with your own email and create a whole new password, I would go ahead and sign up with email. So if you have an account already, just go to log in, or you can just use the login button up here next to the sign up. So when you sign up, you just click on this purple button. It'll ask you for your name. It's up to you, whatever name you want to use. If it's your business name, that's great. If it's your personal name, that's awesome as well. I personally prefer my personal name going in there. Your email, whichever one you prefer. It can be your business one, or it can be your personal one. Fortunately, nobody will be able to see this. It's all about you creating stuff in your account. Nobody will see your name. Nobody will see your email. Okay, and then last but not least, you want to create a nice strong password. I don't believe in reusing passwords at all. All it takes is for a hacker to grab your one password that you use multiple times, and they have access to basically everything. So create a password. This one requires 8 or more characters with a mix of letters, numbers, and symbols. I know it's kind of difficult, especially on the spot, to create a new password. I personally love using a couple sites. Well, yeah, a few actually. So there's a site called dinopass.com. So you go to dinopass, dinopass.com, and it will actually generate some passwords. So if you click on a simple password, it's already defaulted to a new password you can use, or you can choose a different one. Maybe you want a stronger password, so you click on another strong password, and it'll give you some with like special characters. And for added security, you can always save it and add to it, make some changes so you know that it's unique to you. So this is a really easy one. I would recommend it if you're into using passwords that are like phrases. It's a lot easier. Instead of password 123, you don't want to use that. There's another one. I like using the Norton. I think it's Norton dot. Let's see. Actually, it's coming up right here. So Norton password generator, you can just do it on a quick Yahoo or Google search, and it's usually the first one that comes up. And this is free to use, just like the Dino Pass. And you can actually choose how many characters you want it to be and what type of characters you want included. So maybe you want a 20 character password. This is what it's going to give you. If you want the minimum that they're requesting, put it down to 8, but it's saying that that's kind of a weak password. So you can always, bump it up just a little bit, see if you're, doing better. If you're into those long passwords, I couldn't do it. I think usually around like 12 is my maximum. And then you can choose, like I said, what kinds of characters you want included. So if you don't want any letters, it'll just give you punctuation and numbers. You're okay with mixed case, meaning some are going to be capitalized, some are going to be lowercase. Maybe you don't like the whole punctuation thing, so we can remove those. Or maybe you're okay with those. I know I'm just kind of like dragging, but you get what I mean. You can pretty much customize what you want, copy it, and use that password. Just save it somewhere. One of my favorite free things when it comes to passwords is using a password vault. The one I currently use is called Zoho Vault. Zoho Password Vault. I'm not going to pull it up because I think it's going to pull up my personal information. Actually, I could just open it in a incognito. So Zoho Vault, I don't know what it's called. So it's the password manager, but it is zoho.com with Vault. And there is a free version. You just sign up for a Zoho account. You're actually going to need a Zoho account anyway, because when we start talking more about social media marketing and posting to your social channels, we actually use something called Zoho Social. So you'll need a Zoho account. You can access all of these within the same account. And basically what Zoho Social is, you connect your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, whatever channels that you have. So when you go in and post something, you don't have to log into Facebook, post your thing, then go to Instagram and post it individually. It's just one login, and you do one post, and it'll push it out to all of your channels at once, and it'll even give you some analytics. So you can see if somebody comments on it, you can see how many people saw your post, how many people actually engaged in your post. So like I said, we'll talk about that a lot later, but if you end up using the Zoho Vault, it'll store all of your passwords, and it also has a password generator built into it, so it'll recommend passwords. So, okay, so we have the Zoho Vault that we went over. Just using one of these quick free sites, DinoPass or the my.norton.com, or just Google it because that's a lot easier. It comes up with the generator. So your name, email, and a good password, and then click on Get Started. I already have an account created, so I'm going to go ahead and sign in. I can sign in with my Google, my Apple account, or my Facebook, but I chose sign up with an email, or I can use my cell phone. But I'm going to use my email. Oops. Who else misspells their name sometimes when they type? So Sabrina Alderman at yahoo.com. And then my password, I recently created that. So I'll just go ahead and paste it in there and log in. And now I'm inside of my Canva account. If you're brand new, it'll actually have a banner up at the top until you go and confirm your email address. So just go into that email, click on the confirm link. And it'll also take you through a walkthrough. So it's like, what are you using Canva for? Are you a small business? Are you a student? Do you run a nonprofit? Are you an established larger business? You just select that. I think all it really does is it gives you different types of templates. Maybe it gives you different types of tutorials. I'm not positive, but if I were you, I would just use small business. This is the free version, so you can do a lot with the free version. You can always upgrade as well to Pro. What I like about Pro is you get a ton of new features. You get more elements, more fonts, more photos. There's just so many benefits to it. You can remove backgrounds. Say you don't want a boxy square white background. You just want like the person or product to pop and that be it. Instead of using Photoshop, they have like a one button click where it does that for you. But honestly, I would try to get used to Canva on the free version first. You're going to notice a lot of things that are paid for only. Like a picture, for example, it's going to say you can use this photo, but it's $1. So when you try to download it, it'll try to charge you your dollar first. I don't recommend that because you can always upload your own photos to the free version, so you still have a lot of wiggle room. But if you end up wanting to use a lot of the features, the elements, certain pictures and fonts, videos, eventually I can see you upgrading. Like I said, they also give you the first 30 days for free, so you can see the value. You can see the complete difference. So they do have the free version, and then they have the Pro. You can do an annual, pay the $119.99 before, well, yeah, before tax. One fee, it'll last the whole year, or you can do monthly. I choose monthly, so it's the $12.99 a month. So you can, you know, disable it for a month if you need to. It's whatever. And they do give it to you the first 30 days for free, so you can check it out. But like I said, start off with the free version, get used to it. You definitely don't want to pay for something that you're not using. So once you start using it more often, you know how to get around, then I think you'll be able to make that decision. Should I upgrade? Should I not? Okay, so enough about that. But once you're in here, you can actually go to all of your designs that you've already created. You can see what people have shared with you. So if I create something and I share it with you, you can either view it or you can edit. I set the terms. You can create a brand kit, which I think is awesome. On the Pro version, you can actually upload your logos. So there's a little folder called logos. So when you start creating stuff, you want to brand it, you know. You have your logo right there, so you can slap it on that post or a flyer with tips and tricks and sales. You can upload your brand colors, which I think is super fun. You get so many colors that you can upload on the free version. So I can put in, let's see. Okay, so I have a dog called Azula Moon. We're thinking of starting a business under her name for pet products. So I want to put in Azula Moon. If I click on this plus sign, I can go in and paste my color codes that I already chose my colors at this point, or, on the spot, you can choose your colors. So hers are going to be more just blues. So I need a blue. I want one that kind of matches her eye color. So that would be more of her eye color. Then I want like a deeper blue. Just want different shades of blue. And maybe like a really deep blue. Okay, cool. So I chose my blues, I am definitely going to be using black and white, but I can always just grab that from the color library. But these are going to be my standard colors, so you're not doing the guesswork every time. Like, oh, I want my blue. Like, what was it though? Or is this close enough? No, they're just going to be ready for you when you start creating designs. You can actually choose your main fonts as well, so you don't have to keep, putting in the guesswork on that. They do have some free fonts. Goodness. Or you can upgrade to Pro, where you have access to more fonts. If you upgrade to Pro, you can also upload fonts. So if you find something online or, buy a font, you can upload it and use it within Canva, which I think is pretty awesome. So I can choose my fonts. I don't think I'm going to find something that I want right now, but I'm just going to choose some random ones. Oh, I forgot. So this one too, you have to be on the Pro version, which isn't a bad thing. So we have our colors. Let's go back home, and you can access your folder. So whatever you upload, it'll show up in here, and you can create new folders. You can delete stuff that you don't need. Whatever you've purchased, like say you paid $1 for a certain photo, you can always access it in the future and use it again. So back home, they have under Learn, they have different tutorials. So, you can always click around. You can't really break anything. But if you feel like you need that extra help, especially like off of the masterminds and one-on-ones, Canva tutorials would be the best place to go. They even have some mini courses on branding. So if you want to take the time to learn, I think this is a great tool to use. Then they have the templates. They have different types of templates. So you can create logos, you can create posters. I actually had a client create a poster where, she created a few. It was like a free download pack of posters, and people can print them out, put them in their bathroom or just wherever they're going to be in the morning. And there's like some self-affirmation things that you can tell yourself, because she's all about like positivity, and she's like a guru. And you can do your own things. Maybe you have a fitness niche where you want to give some people some printables where it has, okay, this is what I should be eating this week, or this should be what I should be eating in a day. Like, don't forget vegetables and the portions. Maybe even some exercises. So print this out for the next week. We're going to be getting better with push-ups. Here's the different types of push-ups you can try and how many reps you should do. So there's a ton of things that you can use in here. Like I said, play around, have fun with it. Once you get comfortable with it, you can use it for so many things, dog training tips, how to, do a skincare routine that works best for you. Sky is the limit, or not even. But here, right now, because you created the Canva account, I'm sure you're just at that point in the course where you're creating a logo. So if you go into logo templates, you can create one from scratch where you choose the fonts and colors and everything from scratch. Or you can go by the templates that they give you already. So maybe you're starting a band, or you have a fashion blog or a fashion web store, or maybe you have a restaurant right now, or you have a DJ site. So you can pretty much just click on these categories and it will show you what they have. And use your imagination. Just because something says it's in the beauty category doesn't mean that you can't use it for like your online gardening site, or your personal blog where you talk about lifestyle. So these are just categorized, I guess, for, inspiration. And you don't have to use everything that it gives you. So this is about lashes. I can take a look at it. It tells me the colors and the fonts and the size of this thing. There's more like it. And maybe I want to use this. So I'm going to go ahead and use this template. And ignore that. You can go in and change some of this stuff. So maybe I want to change this color to like a white. Say where I'm going to put my logo is going to be on a dark background. And when you download this, you can actually choose to have it transparent so that you don't have to deal with this black. You can just see how it will look before you put it on a black background. So it's going to be a white logo. And then I'm not doing anything about lashes. Maybe I'm doing something like fortune telling. Madam Fortune. Um, let's see. I don't know what to call it. Um, tarot reading. Oops. And I can change stuff too. So if I highlight that, I can change that to a white font as well. Can change the font in general. So I chose this font. Maybe I want that to be like a more simple font, not so fancy. Make it all caps. Can make this a little bit smaller. You can change the spacing. Doesn't have the thin option. That's okay. So I can stretch this out so it can actually fit in its little box. And you'll see that it has crosshairs so you can make sure that it's centered. I want to make that a little bit smaller. So you can change so much about this. And maybe I don't like this eye. I changed my mind. I can go to Elements and find something different. So I can type in like eye. It'll give me some other options. I'm going to center that over it. I can position it backwards. I can click on top because now I can delete the one that was there before. I can click on it, change the color if I need to. See, you see my brand colors, so I don't have to remember which blues I used. And then another cool thing is you can try different versions. So if I like this, but I want to see how it will look in different colors or different layouts, I can actually click on Duplicate Page. And let's change this all to gold. I want to see how it will look all gold with a white background. Because maybe I'm just going to put this over whatever color I want. That's a light color. Change this black by tapping on the background. And you can kind of see what it looks like. Or maybe I want to change the layout completely. So I can resize this. See, I'm just clicking and dragging to select both of those pieces. Now this is great, especially if you plan on having different versions of your logo, because depending on what you're using the logo on, you might want different layouts. So I'm going to change, this to gold, change this background to white. So now I have this layout, have that layout, and I can even have it to where I only have the eye, because maybe you want to use just the eye on some branding. I can even move up or down, reorganize these. So now I have different versions of my logo. And I would even, title this file. So Madam Fortune, oops, logos. And so they're just on different pages, but all of them are going to be in this one design box. And you can see if you go home, and it's probably still generating, but when you go to your designs, you'll see the name. You can always change the name. And once it generates, like it'll update, it'll give you actually like a little slideshow when you hover over it, so you know what designs are where. It's just like organized. And just like this one, I hovered over it and you can see all the things I made in that little section. And then I can delete it if I want to. Nothing's going to be deleted forever unless you do that. So if I go to trash, I can choose to restore it, or I can choose to delete it permanently. Excuse me, I have hiccups. Okay. Oh, and another thing, these will actually save automatically. So if for whatever reason, like your roast is burning in the oven, you have to rush to work because you're a little bit late, or it's time to go pick up the kids, drop them off, you know, everything that you've done up until this point has been saved already. So we can actually take a look at that. If I duplicate this, I remove that, and this version of the logo is going to be text only. You'll actually see this little area blink, and it just saves it automatically. But yeah, you have tons of options. Even if you change it to like a hand, as you do palm reading, and I don't know, do a plus sign, mystic. I hope that's correct. Yeah. This is the paid version. It doesn't look like we can change the colors on this. It's just what you see is what you get, and that's normal. You can always click around and see if any of the other ones let you. So maybe I want to change this. Keep that black actually. Oh, if I want to undo, I can click on this back arrow. Redo. Click on this next one. Am I clicking on the wrong one? Let's try that again. There we go. So you can always change more about it. I prefer the white. And I'm going to recenter this. I'm just going to click and drag. And there's the logo. So have fun with this. I think you guys will find something that you really like. Like I said, you can use the templates. You can search for new ones. If I go open a new page, I can search for something different. Maybe you want something a little bit more elegant. We have other really nice ones. So like beauty, for example. We're going to have some more elegant things in here. So stuff like that. They even have animated ones. Say like you're going to be a gamer, you're going to start streaming some stuff. So animated logos. You can always update that, and you can change the colors, the font style. You can even change out what the animation is. So if you go and look up fire plus sticker, oops, we have to be in the elements. My bad. So go here, fire plus sticker. It'll show you what else they have. Maybe you don't even want fire. Maybe you want something else. They have a bunch of stickers. You can just type in sticker. you're having a sale. Just let it generate. So yeah, you have tons of options. And when you're ready, you just, so I don't really need that one. I just want to keep my library simple and with the ones I chose. When you're ready, you can actually click on download, and you can choose to download a single page. Maybe you only need page 1 right now. They're actually labeled. Page 1, done, and download. On the Pro version, you can actually download it with a transparent background. Or maybe you want to download all of them at once. You just click on download and it'll download all of them in a zip folder. You just have to unzip it to access all of them. And you can even choose the file type. So you can choose to download it as a video, but you'd have to animate it first. PDF, JPEG, so whatever works most for you. But yeah, have fun with this. Even if you don't really like your design too much, you can always download it and send it to an artist and be like, so this is what I was looking for. I want it to be an eye, but I want it to be this type of eye with, maybe a hand in the middle or an eye that looks like something else. Just let them know. I think this is great for showing people a certain concept that you're going for, or just creating something that you really love, and we can always help you upload it. And we'll talk more about Canva. So right now it's just getting started. You're at that point where you're just getting the Canva account and getting a logo. After that, we're going to talk more about branding, creating posts, and all those other things. So again, go ahead and check out the group masterminds or ask during our one-on-ones, and we can review what you made and even walk through some stuff.